Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's episode of Wednesdays with Pastor K. What a joy it is to be your host once more today. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. I believe we're going to have an awesome time. Happy Wednesday night. I'm happy to spend the next few minutes of my time with you. And I also wanted to quickly welcome you to today's episode and to check also who's watching. Before I can do that, I'm going to ask you to please do the following for me. Like the feed, share the feed, comment, and let's get our world into this room. Remember to tag somebody whom you feel that they should be in this stream and they are not here. And yeah, if you're on YouTube, remember to subscribe so that you get a notification every time I go live or every time we load a video. I'm so excited to be your host today. And last week we took some time to deliberate on a topic titled Signs That God is Pulling You Out of Your Yesterday into Your Presence. And I believe that most of you were blessed by last week's teaching. A warm welcome to my beautiful wife. She's watching on Facebook. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we have also Khomotso Mnyaya watching on YouTube. Welcome, daughter. Good to see you. We have my son Tiamo Khwadi watching on YouTube. Welcome, son. Good to see you. And my daughter Ayanda Mashazi watching on, where is she? On YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. And the rest of the people, I'll see them as they log in here. I'm trying to see. I can't see all the people there, but I believe it will begin to show as we continue. And we have also my son Tumelompo watching on YouTube. Welcome, son. Good to see you. So welcome, guys. I believe we're gonna have a great time, and thank you for tuning in. So yeah, last week we spoke about the signs that God is pulling you out of your yesterday into his presence. And I'm just going to quickly do a quick recap on that, and then we proceed on to today's topic. So we said that number one, your peace goes whenever you're around your circle of friends, meaning that it's time now to move on. God is pulling you out of your yesterday into your future. And secondly, we said that you are growing, but your environment is not. The moment it looks like now you're the only one who's growing in your group of friends, in your circle, and everyone is still where you left them last year. Everyone is still operating the same way they used to operate 5 years ago, but you are the one who's seeing things differently. It means that you're growing, but your environment is not growing. It's a sign that God is pulling you out of your yesterday into his presence. Yeah. And please do let me know if you can hear me clearly and if you can see me very clearly. And also, number three, we said that you feel like you don't belong anymore. Every time you're around those people, your normal group of friends, but all of a sudden, whenever you're with them, you feel like you don't belong anymore. It's a sign that God is pulling you out of your yesterday and he's channeling you into his presence. And number four, we said that God keeps confirming, but you keep postponing. So there are those signs that are showing you that clearly God is trying to shift you from this group of friends or from this particular environment, but you keep postponing. That's why we say now, God keeps confirming, but you also keep postponing. And number five, we said that you are uncomfortable, but you don't want to disappoint your yesterday. So you may find that you no longer feel comfortable around those, group of friends, your circle of friends. You no longer feel comfortable like you used to before, but you don't want to disappoint them. That's the problem. And you're doing that at the expense of your tomorrow. Because every time God is getting ready to do something great in our lives, he pulls us from our comfort zone. He pulls us from our norm, from our normal. So allow God to do what he plans on doing or what he wants to do in your life. And number six, we said that what used to work in your life no longer works. What used to work no longer works. It's a sign that God is pulling you out of your yesterday into his presence. And number seven, we said that your appetite is shifting Your appetite is shifting. So you no longer crave for the very same things. You no longer hunger for the same things. You no longer desire the same things. Your appetite is shifting. Your appetite has changed. It means that God is pulling you out of your yesterday and He's pulling you into His presence. And the last one, we said that you are grieving what you are outgrowing. You are grieving what you are outgrowing, meaning that you can honor the past without clinging to it. Yes. So it does not mean that you have to remain in the past, but you can honor it without clinging to it. Learn to move on and learn to embrace new doors, learn to embrace new avenues, learn to embrace God's new. Yeah. So yes, that was it for last week. That's what we shared last week. And today I want us to talk about the things you should know before age 40 or beyond. Things you should know before the age 40 or beyond. And I'm going to give you a few things and I'm going to let you go. I'm also a bit tired today. I had a lot of runarounds today, and but we'll see where the Spirit of God takes us. We might be here for our normal time, or I might finish earlier. So whatever it takes. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but only the will of God will prevail. I just want to quickly welcome some more people who have tuned in now, and then we'll continue. I see we've got Sihle Dlamini watching on Facebook. Welcome, Sihle. Good to see you. And we have also Mama Gladys Mahwa watching on YouTube. Welcome, daughter. Good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. I believe all is well with you, but we'll catch up. And we have also Tolani Makutula watching on YouTube. Welcome, son. Good to see you. Awesome. Oh, I see Sihle's moved from Facebook now. He's now on YouTube as well. So yes, guys, I want us to talk about the things we should know before age 40 or beyond. And number one, you must know that someone makes 10 times more than you do in a 9-to-5 job because they have more leverage with their work. So you must remember that when you work for someone, your 9-to-5 job, you must remember that you don't have a leverage, or you don't have leverage to do whatever you want to do in those hours, meaning that you have to report to somebody for all those hours. But someone out there makes 10 times more than you do in a 9-to-5 job because they have more leverage. You may find that in 5 hours or in 2 hours, that particular person has made $1 million, or they've made 2 million or more. Because why? They've got more leverage with their time. They've got more leverage also with their work. And obviously they schedule their own meetings, and they decide who they're going to see that particular day and who they're going to pursue on that particular day. So just know that someone makes 10 times more than you do in a 9-to-5 job because they have more leverage with their work. And I'm not trying to put pressure on anyone. I'm not trying to say to you, just resign, and go and do your own thing. You must remember, in everything that we do, we must make calculated risks, and we must also have invested into what we want to get into. Don't be reckless with your life. Don't be reckless with your tomorrow, and don't be reckless when it comes to the area of your finances. But this is something to ponder, that as you wake up and go for your 9-to-5 job on a daily basis, just know that somebody makes 10 times more what you make in a 9-to-5 job because they have more leverage. That's one of the blessings of working for yourself. You've got more time. You've got more time to do your own thing. I normally speak with this friend of mine. We go to gym together, and he's also a businessman. And between 8 and 9, we are at gym. I normally leave him there. He leaves around 10 because after that he meets with his personal trainer. But every morning, 8 o'clock, I'm at gym, and by 9 o'clock, I'm out of gym. I'm going to start my day. I get home, I start exercising. From there on, I take a shower. And then once I'm done with that, drink water, sit down, start working. So you realize that you are more flexible in doing what you want to do because you have more leverage. You are the one who makes decisions. You are a decision maker, and you decide which way your day is going to go. And the second one that you have to know before you are 40 or beyond is that distraction is the greatest killer of success. The worst thing that can ever happen to your life or to your daily routine is distraction. A distracted somebody is somebody who is killing their own success. You see, distraction stunts, it stunts and destroys your brain. That's what distraction does. So if you're a person who's got great potential, but you spend a lot of time watching TV, you spend a lot of time looking at your phone, you spend a lot of time scrolling at your phone, you spend a lot of time self-destructing, you must know that distraction is the greatest killer of success. We never make progress if we are distracted, and we are never able to achieve the things we have to achieve when we are distracted. So understand that distraction is the greatest killer of success, and that's what you ought to know before you are 40 years of age, or even beyond 40. You should know this, that distraction is the killer of the greatest is the greatest killer of your success. Pardon me for that. So many people who did not make it in life, you'll find that these are people who were distracted by certain things in their lives, and because of distraction, they failed to focus. And today I'm saying to you, these are the things you've got to know before you're 40 or beyond 40. Distraction is the greatest killer of success. It stunts and destroys your brain. Number 3, you shouldn't take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. We tend to make a mistake when it comes to that. We like taking advices from people who are not even where we want to be when it comes to our life. And people who are not doing much with their life will try and distract you from focusing on people who have done something with their lives, or people that are going somewhere with their lives. And that's one of the problems, and one of the things that we have to constantly look at. That be careful who you follow. Be careful who advises you, because sometimes we've got a tendency of lending an ear to people who have got nothing to show in their lives. And today I'm saying to you, you shouldn't take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. No, you shouldn't. Always learn from those who are ahead of you. Learn from their principles, learn from the laws they apply in life. Don't just follow for the sake of following. And just because something said something you want to hear, but always check where that particular person is in terms of life. Are they worth following, or you're just going to be a victim of the blind leading the blind? So you shouldn't take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. And that's one of the things you have to know before you are 40 or beyond the age 40. Yeah. And number 4, get this one right. Get this one right. No one is coming to save your problems. No one. No one is coming to save your problems. Your life is 100% your responsibility. Your life is 100% your responsibility. No one is coming to save your life. So many people waste their time thinking they are waiting for such and such a person. As soon as probably maybe this person comes through for them, things will begin to happen. Listen, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. Your life is 100% your responsibility. What do I mean? Our lives are made up of decisions. The direction you're going to take in life is derived from the decisions you have made or the decisions you're going to make. It does not matter who tries to mentor you, who tries to guide you. At the end of the day, you must make decisions in life. And those decisions are the ones that are going to decide if you're going to make it in life or you're not going to make it. So no one is coming to save you. Make peace with that. Make peace with that. Somebody's saying, yeah, but my uncle works very well, so probably he's going to bless me and get me a job. And listen, no one is coming to save you. No one. No one. Your life is 100% your responsibility. You know, our background has an influence of who we are, but we are responsible for who we become. We are responsible for who we become. So at times we often sit and wait for certain people to be our help. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Always have direction and try to find the path that leads to destiny all the time, all the time. And number 5, you don't need 100 self-help books. All you need is action and self-discipline. Because you and I may also read books, but you may find that we don't act. We don't act and move towards what we have read, or we also don't have self-discipline. Self-discipline is everything. Self-discipline is everything. It's everything. If you are disciplined, I'm telling you, the sky will be the limit. Many people lack discipline, and that is why not many people make it out there. It's only those who have decided their path, and they've decided I'm going to walk this path, and they discipline themselves. Self-discipline. Self-discipline is key, and you need to take action. Number 6, if you find someone smarter than you, work with them. Work with them. Don't compete. We tend to have this tendency of competing with people we should be working with or people we should be learning from. Never be intimidated by somebody who's smarter than you. Never be intimidated by somebody who's wiser than you. Never be intimidated by somebody who knows way better than you do. Instead, team up with them or work with them. Don't compete. Don't compete. If there's one thing that destroys many people is what we call competitive jealousy. That thing has destroyed many people because we love competing. And the moment you see, like, you look at somebody, and they look like they're doing way better than you, you start developing that competitive jealousy. Listen, each and every person is unique, and each and every one of us has got their own path to follow. So don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake. Don't compete with them, but work with them. Work with them. Avoid competitive jealousy. It will steal so much from you, and it will cause you to remain in one place for a very long time. So be a person who's smart and know your story. Know your story. Know your story. And also, number 7, smoking has zero benefit in your life. If there's anyone smoking here on this chat, just know that smoking has got zero benefit in your life. I don't know why people smoke. I don't know why people have learned to smoke, but just understand that smoking has got a zero benefit in your life. It's not going to benefit you anyway. Yes, this habit will only slow your thinking. It will slow your thinking. So if you're a smoker, just know that this habit is going to slow your thinking. It's going to affect your brain. It's going to slow your thinking. And again, it's going to lower your focus. It's going to lower your focus. I'm sure you've been around people that smoke, and you've had friends that smoke. From, time and time again, they just go out, they want to go, smoke. They just want to go and smoke all the time. So you find that they've got too many smoke breaks during the day. That thing is killing their focus. It kills their focus. So be very careful when it comes to that smoking has got zero benefits for you. It's not going to benefit you anyhow. And number 8, comfort is the worst addiction and a cheap ticket to depression. Comfort is the worst addiction. You don't want to get to a place called comfort. That place is very dangerous, and it's a cheap ticket to depression. It's always a blessing to be on our toes. It's always a blessing to always look forward to something to push harder for. The moment you become too comfortable is the moment you start, you stunt your strength. Yes, and you stunt your performance and your potential. You must always be a person on the move and never settle, never settle, never settle. Comfort is the worst addiction and a cheap ticket to destruction. And number 9, don't tell people more than they need to know. Don't tell people more than they need to know. Respect your privacy. At times, we are too quick to share everything that goes on in our lives. Know the things you can share and the things that you really cannot share, or the things that are not necessary for you to share. As a pastor, as a man of God, at times, the greatest example that I can always make in every service is my life and that of my family. But even though I do that, there are things that I know that, okay, this one is not meant for the public. This one is not meant for everybody. This is what God is doing in my life, and I'm going to keep it to myself. There's certain things that don't need airing. Certain things don't need you voicing them out, because you never know who's listening to you. You never know who's listening to you. So don't tell people more than they need to know. Respect your privacy. Certain things are just private. They don't need to be known out there. So, pardon me, train yourself to not to always tell people more than they need to know. Like I said, as an influencer, as a public speaker, people learn more and they get to understand better when they learn from you, from your experiences. Even so, but make sure that there are things that you cannot really share, right? So yeah, learn from that, and it will help you as well. Welcome, Mr. Marema. Good to see you, son. And we've got also Mangosi watching on YouTube. Welcome, daughter. Good to see you. Yeah. And my daughter Dineo Khwadi is watching from YouTube. Welcome, daughter. Good to see you. I see Tiamu Khwadi has got a comment here. He says, Dad, I think we as young people struggle with number 4. What is number 4? No one is coming to save your problems. Yeah, I believe you. Tiamu. He says, we feel so entitled to being helped instead of making a decision to stand and walk this path and be great. Look, like I said, no one is coming to save you. No one. Your life is 100% your responsibility. It's 100% your responsibility. We as parents can only train you in a way you should go. But how you get there, it should be your responsibility. We can give you a start, and like many young people, if your parents were smart people, were wise people, were people who really invested in themselves and they've built value, at least you won't have to start from the ground, but you'll have to start from their shoulders. But what your future is in your hands. It's not in their hands, because you have to map out your own path at the end of the day and get to where God says you must go to. Because where you must go, God knows, and you should know. It's got nothing to do with the persons or people that have raised you. They can guide you, but in order for you to get there, you must take full responsibility. You must take full responsibility. Otherwise, you're not going to get there. You're not going to get there. Yeah. Welcome, Letabo. Good to see you. Letabo says, true point. We need to learn to keep certain things to ourselves. Absolutely. And number 10, avoid alcohol at all costs. Avoid alcohol at all costs. Don't waste your life with this thing. Alcohol will destroy your life. Alcohol will slow down your progress, and alcohol will make you look like a fool, will turn you into a fool. There's nothing worse than losing your senses and acting like a fool. There's nothing worse like that. Listen, I used to drink, and I would drink whenever I was with friends, and we would get up to no good and come back the following morning, and on your way home, you don't even know how you got home. That's foolishness. That's foolishness. I mean, there are people who die on the road, through accidents and all those things, and they are not even drunk. What more about you being drunk and you get onto the road and you risk your life? You're not only risking your life, but you risk the lives of each and everyone on the road on that particular day, because you've been irresponsible enough to drink and drive. Avoid alcohol at all costs. There's nothing worse than losing your senses, acting like a fool. Everyone who used to drink, or everyone who used to indulge in drinking, they will tell you they made so many mistakes when they were drunk. It's one thing to drink, but it's another what you do once you're drunk. It's a problem. It's a problem. And the Bible also says that being drunk is sin. Why? Because once you are drunk, now you are of the use of the enemy. The enemy can do whatever he wants to do with you when you're drunk. But when you're sober, then you are in a better position. It's always best to be sober. And the Bible says you are the temple of the Holy Ghost, and always remain sober-minded. Be ye not drunk with wine, but be ye filled with the Holy Ghost. Be ye filled with the Holy Ghost. The only time I behaved like a fool was when I was drunk. And you will behave like a fool. So avoid alcohol with everything that you have. Make sure you stay away from that. Stay away from a bottle. Stay away from it. Number 11, keep your standards high and don't settle for something because it's available. Keep your standards high and don't settle for something because it's available. Many of us, we get to a level of desperation and we start settling for anything that comes our way. It can be anywhere. It can be in relationships, and it can be also when it comes to the issue of friends. Never lower your standards. Never, never. Keep your standards high and don't settle for something because it's available. And there are people today whom, even though they are married, but they did not marry their soulmate. They did not marry someone they really loved. Why? Because they settled for something that was available. They were so desperate to get married that anything that came to say, I want to get married, they took it in, only to find out later in their marriage that this is not good, in their marriage, that this is not really for me. Why? Because at times we lower our standards. Always keep your standards high. Always keep your standards high, and don't settle for something because it's available. Everything available does not necessarily mean it's what you must, connect with or be part of. There are certain, there's this saying that it costs what it costs. It costs what it costs. Allow your life to be that kind of a person that your standards are what they are, and they will remain what they are. God has given you that kind of life, and God has through His Word, He's training you on how to think. Have the mind of Christ. Don't be desperate for any kind of relationship. Don't be, because you will compromise your standards. Number 12, the family you create is more important than the family you come from. The family you create is more important than the family you come from. So we tend to make that mistake, especially as the people of color, that even though we've got our background where we come from, and as we begin to make it out there in life, we tend to believe that our lives revolve around where we come from. No, listen to this. The family you create is more important than the family you come from. So the most important family in your life will be the family that came out of you, that came through you. That's your family. It is very important. That's the family that God will hold you accountable for, because it's a family that came through you. So it is the family you have created by having met with your spouse, and you agreed to marry them, or you promised you proposed to marry them, and then you've decided to have children, and you've built your own family, you got married. It's a family that you have created, and therefore that is the most important family, the family that you have created. It is more important than the family you come from. And we tend to make the mistake of living backwards. We live backwards. But listen to me, the family you create is more important. Yes, never neglect your folks, never neglect your mother, your father. However, just know that you are responsible for where you're going. That's where, because they raise you to become a man who knows his story. They raise you to be a woman who knows their story. And once you can fly, they must let you fly. They must let you fly. Their responsibility is to nurture you in your early stages. As you grow and continue to grow, they nurture you. And the moment you get to a point where you can fly, they must let you fly. They must let you fly. Otherwise, it will be impossible for you to fly, because they decide when you should fly and when you cannot fly. Those days of, coming back and saying, yes, yeah, but we took you to school and we did this for you. Now it's your turn to listen. It's not meant to be that way. It's not meant to be that way, because the very people who are raising you as well, they should have worked hard for themselves, so that they are able to take care of you, and they are able to continue beyond having raised you, because you are their responsibility. God wants us to take responsibility, and no one ever asked to be born. No one. I'll ask everyone here on this stream, no one has ever asked to be born. If maybe there is, you can just comment there. Let me know that, hey, in my case, I had asked to be born. No one. But the moment you have a child, you've got a little baby born, you must train them. They are your responsibility until they get to the age of understanding, and also you are responsible to raise them to have a better life. It's your responsibility as a parent. However, once you found your purpose in life, you must be able to fly, because they must train you how to fly. And once you are able to fly, you must run. You must run and begin to live your life. But like I said earlier, no one is coming to help you. No one. You're 100% responsible for yourself. Number 13, train yourself to take nothing personally, to save yourself from 99.99% of mental problems. Yeah, most of us, we find ourselves with depression because we take things personal. People will always talk. People will always criticize. People will always have their opinions about you. People will always come against you. people will always, place you at a place where you never thought they would place you. And my advice is that you must train yourself to take nothing personal, because even the people you trust, the people that you trusted, they will turn against you and they will do bad things to you. People whom you counted on, they will turn against you and they will do bad stuff to you. So train yourself to take nothing personal, to save yourself from 99.99% of mental problems. There are many people today who are suffering from mental problems because they took their trust and placed it in certain people. And tomorrow, when those people betrayed them, it's hard for them to recover. Why? Because they took things personal. Avoid that, avoid that, avoid that, avoid that. Normally, things are happening, it's not because it's because of us, but things are happening because of what we carry, what is inside. And that is why at times we find ourselves taking things personal, and we think it's about us. No, it's not about us. It's not about us. It's about what is on you. It's about what has been placed on you. Yeah. I'm done. I think we've gotten to the end of today, and I've given you 13 points. I'm going to give you a quick recap quickly before I sign out. These are the things you should know before the age 40 or beyond the age 40. I said, number one, someone makes 10 times more than you do in a 9-to-5 job, because they have more leverage with their work. Number two, distraction is the greatest killer of success. I said it stunts and destroys your brain. Number three, you shouldn't take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. Number four, no one shouldn't take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. Avoid that. Avoid that with everything that you have. Stop taking advices from people who are not where you want to be in terms of life. And number four, which Tiamo spoke about, he said, no one is coming to save your problems. Your life is 100% your responsibility. Number five, you don't need 100 self-help books. All you need is action and self-discipline. If you find someone smarter than you, work with them. Don't compromise. That's number six. Number seven, smoking has zero benefit in your life, and that habit will slow you, or will slow your thinking and lower your focus. Number eight, comfort is the worst addiction and a cheap ticket to depression. Avoid comfort zone. Avoid comfort with all that you have. Number nine, don't tell people more than they need to know. Learn to be discreet and learn to keep certain things private. Respect your privacy. Number 10, avoid alcohol at all cost. There's nothing worse than losing your senses and acting like a fool. Number 11, keep your standards high and don't settle for something because it's available. Number 12, the family you create is more important than the family you come from. Number 13, train yourself to take nothing personally to save yourself from 99.99% of mental problems. Thank you guys for tuning in. I believe you're blessed by tonight's session. Before I let you go, if you haven't invested in my book, The Call of God, it's only selling for 200 grand. Please invest in this resource. It will bless you. It will help you understand your reason for existence, your reason for being here on planet Earth, for only a gift of 200 grand. And I believe that your life will never be the same if you read this book. So thank you so much. You know the drill. When we interact more, we spend a lot of time longer. But if there's not much interaction, then I can't speak to myself, guys. I can't speak to myself. I can only engage more when we are interacting together. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you again, same place, same time. And remember to share the feed, to tag a friend, and let the people that follow you also get a glimpse of what we've discussed tonight. The Lord bless you. I'll see you next week, same place, same time.